Hi everybody, it's Love Amplified, and I'm here with you today to talk about breakthroughs and how we create them, how they happen, and what they mean. So, have you had a breakthrough recently, or maybe not so recently? I've had numerous breakthroughs in the last month, 2 months or so. Breakthroughs at all levels, and each time I kind of had a breakthrough, there was this sense of exhilaration, there was a sense of freedom, of limitlessness. And it doesn't matter whether it's a small breakthrough or a massive breakthrough. Each time we break through, and what are we breaking through? We're breaking through fear, we're breaking through a limitation, we're breaking through a perception that we held about ourselves or about the world. And breaking through is we getting through it, we move into the other side of it, where it is no longer a limitation, where it is no longer necessarily a fear anymore. And in breaking through, there is this incredible release of energy. There is a sense of joy, there's a sense of release, or even relief maybe, because when you break through something, there is space for expansion. It's almost like you've had these walls around you, and now you've smashed them, you've broken through, and you can expand yourself into the space that's available to you. And you feel a sense of expansion as a result of making a breakthrough or creating a breakthrough. I noticed this when Zidane and I used to go to the park back in the day when we could. And this was when he was much younger. And some of the rides or things in the park are quite daunting for small kids. And there's this long slide, tunnel slide that we had in the park close to where I live. And for the longest time, he was afraid of getting in there. And one day he got in and just went for it. And when he came out the other side, he had made an incredible breakthrough. Okay, the fear was gone. There was a limitlessness, there was joy, there was celebration for him. And then he wanted to do it again and again and again. Because once you make a breakthrough, you want to experience that space that's on the other side, the exhilaration of it. And it was such an important lesson for me when he had that breakthrough. And I've recognized that in my own life. Every time I did something that I thought was way beyond me, I did something that scared me, and when I came back from the other side, there was a sense of release, expansion, exhilaration, everything I've been talking about. And it didn't matter. I've bungee jumped off bridges, I've skydived, I've whitewater raft down the Zambezi and all of that type of thing. And each time the experience was amazing in terms of the breakthrough, the physical expansiveness of who I became. And I used to think that was the only way to create this feeling. But now more than ever, I recognize it can be done in any domain, in any sphere. I think solving a problem where you were highly creative and you created a breakthrough for yourself is a way of expansion. And these limitations that we've been put under with this lockdown are only limitations if we see them as such. And as we expand spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and even physically, we can keep creating breakthrough after breakthrough that will make us feel amazing. So that's what I wanted to kind of talk to you about today, is keep expanding, keep stretching yourself, beyond your comfort zone. Because every time you do, you break through a boundary, a barrier, often self-imposed. Okay? It reminds me of another thing. It was last year, towards the end of last year, we took a group out hiking in the Drakensberg, the Soul Institute. And on one of the last days of the hike, we did a long hike out to some caves where there were paintings on the walls. But when we got there, the whole place had been cordoned off, and there was barbed wire fence, and there was a gate which was locked. And we had hiked all the way to get there to see these caves, and we couldn't get in. And we did get in. We kind of crawled belly down on our backs underneath the gate. And it's not that it was illegal. Yes, it was, but you could have got permission, which we just failed to do because we didn't know that we had to get permission. But a lot of people in the group were scared of doing what we did. But once we all managed to get on there, and we got there and we saw these magnificent paintings, and the thrill of maybe breaking the rules, so to speak, created an expansiveness for us, a breakthrough on some level or another. So yes, we can work within the confines of the law and confines of the rules and all of that. Okay, and this is not about breaking the rules, but this is about you knowing that sometimes breaking through means breaking the rules, your self-imposed rules, and maybe even society's rules to a degree. But this is about your own individual expansion. This is about you taking yourself to a new level. And I think when you do in your personal capacity, take yourself to a whole new level, you create the space and the ability to help others get there, to create an opening for somebody else to step into the breach. And so we keep expanding our consciousness. And it is such an incredible feeling. So go out there and see how you can start to create more breakthroughs for yourself. And again, just part of creating a breakthrough is trusting the process, is having faith, is being courageous. This is how you create breakthroughs. It's tapping into your intuition. So much of what we've been talking about. This is how you create a breakthrough. Is you don't care what people think or are gonna think of you. You don't allow circumstances to limit you. You stop yourself from conforming, and then you start to create breakthroughs for yourself. I think one of the biggest handbrakes to us stopping ourselves is we care too much about what other people will say or think or feel or believe about us. And stop it. Don't care. This is about you, and this is about you taking you to the next level. And I love that because I love what it gives me. I love what it feels for me when I do that in my own capacity. And I love what happens to people when I see them doing it. It happens all the time on some of the workshops we run. That there's this massive expansion. There's this incredible release of energy. And it is sometimes miraculous to behold. So let's create miracles. Let's create breakthroughs. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.